everybody, my name is Chris, and this will be my review for Transformers Rise of the Beast. There will be no spoilers here. Now, a quick synopsis of the film first. Optimus Prime and the Autobots take on the biggest challenge yet, when a new threat capable of destroying the entire planet emerges, and they must team up with a powerful faction of Transformers known as the Maximals to save Earth. A lot of this movie takes place in the 90s. After the events of Bumblebee, like loosely acknowledging as a part of the median canon, is basically like a sequel to Bumblebee. Now, Transformers Rise of the Beast is the seventh installment in the Transformers film franchise. This one is directed by Stephen Covey Jr. Now, so we have the Autobots back, and they introduce the Maximals on the big screen. Now, the Transformers across the movie looks gorgeous as always, and there are a bunch of different kinds here, because not only do you have the Autobots, but you also have the Maximals coming into play, and the Terracons, the agents of the God being Unicorn. I was impressed by the designs of the Maximals. They kind of look and move like animals, but still looking machine. It was something very fun to watch, and they aren't like the most heavily featured characters in terms of dialogue and screen time, but the impression is definitely fair, and they definitely took advantage of the sort of the more organic animal shapes and the Transformers car mechanics. They bring a nice new flavor to this franchise, as do as the Terracons, sort of your main villains here, led by Scorch, and he's menacing, and I was intrigued by his character. Now, moving on to the music, the score was okay for me, but the soundtrack, the actual sounds are great. This 19th soundtrack is so great. And I do like Transformers. I like mostly because of the animated series. I like the origins and the story and all of that. Now, like with Bumblebee 2018 film, directed by Travis Knight, starring Haley Stanfield, I really love that one. But for the most part, Transformers films I like to go see him, to see the big robots, the Decepticons, and the big epic battles. I love all that. In terms of the human characters, I didn't really connect with any of them of the previous films, and I understand why they need the humans in this movie, but I would just rather see 2 hours of Autobots versus Decepticons, probably on Cybertron, something like that. But for me, Bumblebee was special because I really liked the dynamic between Charlie and Bumblebee, and I felt that connection. But also, Stanfield's character in that movie, she was the heart of that film, and I found her character very interesting. It has really intriguing layers to it, and I felt that this film, Rise of the Beast, was able to capture not exactly that essence of that, but it did capture because it's still with the human storyline. Yes, again, you have to necessarily have them in order to prepare the storyline towards to have something that tether us emotionally, or I guess to tether us, the Autobots, to Earth, to have something to protect, and fight alongside the humans. I feel that this film, there's just so many different directions that they were trying to go. You have like the main storyline with the Autobots and their battles, and then because you have to introduce these new human characters to this franchise, so you have to give them backstory, who they are, what do they do, what they're important to the story, and I feel that it's just getting dragged in so many different directions that by the end of it, no one's story feels super complete. And I like to go to the theater and watch the Transformers film. I like the raw-ups, like I said, the big fight scenes, the action set pieces when they transform on screen, or when Optimus Prime says Autobots roll out. That's so awesome. But this time we get introduced to the Maximals, so I was wondering, do we have enough time to really flesh out the Maximals storyline? And I feel they just did enough as an introduction to them, but again, it doesn't feel super fleshed out. They were trying to divide the entire runtime of the movie with why the Autobots are doing here and who have been unearthed, like Optimus Prime and his friend. And then we have the Maximals and what is Optimus Prime doing with him and his friend, and what is the conflict. And we have Unicorn and that the Terracons, and so they all introduced in this one. And then like we have the humans, etc. And I feel as much as I like the action in this film, I felt they were just, by the end of it, were just rushing to complete everyone's storylines in order to go to the end of the story. I'll say that it was fun. It kept me really entertained throughout the movie. I still prefer Bumblebee over this one, so I put this in second place. It's definitely better than the first Transformers film. And in terms of the human characters, we got Anthony Ramos here. I really like his character here. Also Dominic Fishback, good performance. And I think I didn't really care that much about the dialogue. I think they did the best they could for what they were given. And they were a fun pair to watch on screen for sure. Now, in terms of if you are a Transformers fan, you're going to love this one. If you're not a Transformers fan or you don't like the films overall, you may not like this one. But I'll say that this movie complete exactly what it was set up to do. I think what it was promised, it was delivered. And it's a really good movie to watch. So that's my review for Transformers Rise of the Beast. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, consider subscribing to the channel, and thank you so much for watching. See you guys there. Bye bye.